Welcome to Star Chat, the podcast where we explore the wonders of the universe and the latest developments in space technology. I'm your host, Carl, and I'm excited to share with you a fascinating story that's been making waves in the space community. Imagine a future where artificial intelligence is not only powering our daily lives, but also reaching for the stars, literally. Elon Musk's SpaceX has just acquired xAI, a company that specializes in AI software, with a bold plan to create data centers in space. That's right, folks. Your AI might soon be running in orbit around the Earth. Musk's vision is to harness the power of space-based solar energy and the abundant room to scale up computing capabilities, solving the constraints of traditional Earth-based data centers that consume huge amounts of power and require intense cooling. With this move, SpaceX is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI and space technology. The plan involves launching a constellation of 1 million satellites, which will form a network of solar-powered data centers to handle the explosive growth in AI-driven data demand. This is not just about communication. It's about processing data in orbit, above the atmosphere, instead of routing it back to terrestrial facilities for every step. The merger between SpaceX and xAI links AI software and demand directly to a company that can deploy hardware in space, strengthening xAI's access to capital and compute resources. With power costs driving the urgency, next-generation models may need far more power than older ones, and this move could be a game-changer for the industry. As we look up at the stars, we're reminded that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be solved. And with innovations like space-based AI data centers, we're one step closer to unlocking the secrets of the cosmos. The regulatory approval process and execution of this plan will be crucial, but one thing is certain: the future of space technology has never been more exciting. We'll be right back with more fascinating space news on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat. We're exploring the fascinating world of space and science, and today we have a story that's out of this world, literally. Our mid-segment story takes us to the moon, where scientists have been studying the degassing history of lunar volcanic glass beads. These tiny beads are like time capsules, holding secrets about the moon's volcanic past. Researchers Peng Ni and Yan Zhan have been analyzing these beads using advanced techniques like data assimilation and diffusion modeling. They've discovered that the sulfur content in these beads can provide valuable insights into the moon's degassing history. But what does this mean? Simply put, it helps us understand how the moon lost its volatile compounds over time. The study also sheds light on the sulfur anomaly, a mysterious phenomenon where some lunar samples show unusual sulfur isotope compositions. By simulating the diffusion of sulfur in basaltic melts, the researchers have proposed a new explanation for this anomaly. It's a complex process, but essentially, it involves the interaction between sulfur and other elements during the formation of these glass beads. This research has significant implications for our understanding of the moon's evolution and the formation of its crust. As we continue to explore the lunar surface, studies like this will help us better understand the geological processes that shaped our closest celestial neighbor. And who knows, maybe one day we'll uncover even more secrets hidden in these tiny glass beads. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of lunar geology. Welcome back to Star Chat. We've got one final story to share with you before we wrap up today's show. You might have been following the developments on NASA's Artemis 2 mission, which was initially set to launch this month. Unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to happen. A technical issue arose during the final fueling test, putting the brakes on pre-launch preparations. According to NASA, the wet dress rehearsal countdown was terminated at the T555-minute mark due to a liquid hydrogen leak at the interface where hydrogen flows into the core stage of the Space Launch System rocket. This isn't the first time hydrogen leaks have caused delays for the SLS. They also plagued the Artemis 1 mission. The good news is that this test did exactly what it was supposed to do. It identified technical issues before launch, giving NASA a chance to fix them. The bad news is that it means we won't be seeing astronauts return to the moon this month. Instead, NASA will now work towards a March launch window. The Artemis 2 mission is set to send 4 astronauts, Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, on a 10-day trip around the moon, taking them farther from Earth than any human has traveled before. While it's disappointing that we have to wait a little longer for this historic mission to get off the ground, crew safety is NASA's top priority. So, it looks like we'll just have to keep waiting to see humans return to the moon. But don't worry, we'll be keeping a close eye on developments and we'll bring you all the latest updates as soon as we get them. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars.